everyone, I'm Lainey and I'm sitting here with Diane.
Hello.
And we are here for the second video, and we're going to attempt to get some good editing on this one. We're going to talk to you guys today about one of the first things you learn in the shop, and that is the different weights of yarn, and it can be kind of confusing, and so we have our resident expert here on the subject. But first, I want to make sure that everybody has gotten in their granny squares, and they're 7-inch by 7-inch granny squares. We need those in by August 1st if you have not gotten those into us. Every square you bring in is an additional entry to our mystery granny project. Now, you can bring in as many as you want. We just need those in as soon as possible so that we can get started on our mystery products that we're going to have the drawing for on September 7th during our 25th anniversary sale. So make sure you get those in. If you want our full rules, go to our website, which is now up and running, sort of. So we noticed that today our website is up. It still has some bugs, but we're trying to get those worked on. Now, you ready?
Or I think so. The real fine is a 0 if you're lucky enough to have it on your hand. This is for lace.
Okay. Now that is 33 to 40 stitches, correct?
Correct, for 4 inches.
For every 4 inches, yeah. And then next we have our sock yarn, right?
This is sock yarn, and it knits a little bit larger.
All right, so that would be our number 1.
This is number 1.
Okay, so that is 27 to 32 stitches for 4 inches, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that is number 2?
This is a number 2 yarn, or it would be baby, fine baby, or sport weight yarn on them. So you have to look in the back on your band for the stitch count, and that will tell you that sport weight and baby yarn have the same stitch gauge.
Right. Now this is number 3.
This is a DK weight, which stands for double knitting. That means it's approximately twice the size of this. This is a good go-to all-around yarn, 5.5 stitches. A lot of people like this because they can knit a little tighter and make it a sport weight, or they can knit a little looser and get a light worsted weight out of it. Then we have our worsted weight, which a lot of people like to call Afghan yarn. Dependent upon your age, you call it Afghan yarn. My age group, this is what it was. But now it works great for sweaters, jackets, a lot of things, coats for babies. This will knit from 5 to 4.5 stitches to the inch.
So 16 to 20 stitches per 4 inches.
Right. Then we have chunky, and this would be listed as number 5 in a pattern, but once again they don't always have, so you have to go by your stitch count. This one knits at 3.5 to 4 stitches to the inch. Is that right?
That's the chunky.
Chunky.
Yeah, it says 12 to 15, so.
Then number 6 is a large yarn. You use a large needle with it, 35, 19, 35, or 50. And this one knits at 1 to 1.5 stitches per inch. This will cost you a little bit more, but you can get it done in a hurry. Get it done tonight. Number 7 yarn is new to the council. this year. It has just been added, and it is like the great big super roving you may have seen on some of the YouTube videos online, that the younger generation really likes to use the super big needles with.
Yeah, and now you said that number 7, we don't have it in the shop because we don't have much of a demand for it, but you said we can get it
Yes,
anytime
we can
need
get.
it. Now, Diane, can you explain the purpose of having so many different sizes of yarns? I mean, like, we're coming from these teeny tiny things to this giant yarn. I mean, so why do we have such a variety?
Well, some people like to do shawls, which would be the lace, the fine lace. It depends on what you would like to do. Some yarns straight better than others. If you have a great big heavy yarn, it's not going to be real pretty and open lacy if that's what you choose to make. Also, larger yarn makes for more bulk. It makes it warmer. If you want to put it into a rug, it makes it thicker. There's just a lot of different things, and sometimes you just want to get your project done in a hurry, so you want a big yarn.
That's me.
It does cost a little more money, but you get it done faster, so you're trading your time for some dollars.
We do have this handy guide that we got off of the Craft Yarn Council's website. We're going to put the link to that in our description here. And it goes over everything that Diane just said, and it goes on into your recommended needles, your recommended hooks, and that just kind of helps you have an idea. It's a good go-to.
The best thing you can do is, if you have a pattern, please bring your pattern. It will make it much easier for us to find the yarn for you.
Yeah, and we can match yarns. If we don't have a particular yarn in the store, we can help you find a comparable weight yarn to one that we have here. Or if you need to look up the yarn that you're looking for, maybe we can order it.
That we can do.
Until next time, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, on Pinterest, or at our website, which is now up and running.
It's up, needs a little bit of work, but we're getting there.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.
You too. God bless.
Don't forget to get your squares in. We need those squares in by August 1st.